So every year in the Richmond Symphony, we have the task of creating a new show for schools in the area. And they always have a theme. When we were given the theme of American music a few years ago, I thought, why not write a story about a boy who immigrates to this country in the 1920s when there was so many different kinds of music happening all at once. And that will be a great way to introduce kids to American music and also to hold their attention. So Audie's American Adventure is about a young boy whose name is Audie, and he's 13 years old and he plays the violin, and he immigrates to the United States in 1923 from Eastern Europe. He comes into the country via Ellis Island. So he goes to Harlem and meets George Gershwin, and that kind of propels him on this journey around the country, and he hears all the different kinds of music that were happening in the country at that time. Jazz, blues, fiddle music, Sousa marches in Washington, D.C. So he just goes on this journey, and eventually in the end he learns that there's no single kind of American music, and that's the beauty of it. It takes a lot of different kinds of music and different kinds of people that make up this country, and that's what he learns, and he eventually finds a new musical home in the end. I originally wrote this story and this show for a string quartet to perform. When we perform it, it's just music and narration. I narrate the show. I don't know if you want to get into this, but the executive director of the Williamsburg Symphony came to Richmond, heard one of the performances with the string quartet, and said, we have to bring this to Williamsburg and expand it for the orchestra. So this will be the first time Audie's American Adventure is told with an orchestra. So that's in itself is new and a big thing. But they're also adding elements of dance, and also there will be a visual element added. Behind the orchestra will be projections of scenes from the story with a drawing of Audie that has been created specifically for this show. So there will be a lot of new things. There'll also be activities before and after the show for kids to further engage. I'm really curious to see what they do, because I have kind of my own idea of what the room looks like when Audie walks into the theater where Duke Ellington is performing with his band, and people are dancing and smiling and having a great time. I have my visualization of what that'll be, but then there'll be something new on stage. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see what they come up with.